The United Nations Command is commemorating 55 American soldiers in South Korea today, less than a week after their remains were collected from North Korea. Thousands of fallen troops remain unaccounted for following the Korean War, but you may recall these remains were picked up from the North last week as part of the June 12th agreement with the United States to repatriate those already identified. The ceremony at Osan Air Base is being attended by 500 people, including South Korean Defense Minister Song Yong-mu, UNC Commander General Vincent Brooks, and US Ambassador to Seoul Harry Harris. After being commemorated here, the 55 remains will undergo forensic investigation before hopefully being returned to their next of kin. The Korean War fallen have never been forgotten by the United States of America, nor the 16 other sending states that comprise the UNC, the command said in a press kit released ahead of this afternoon's ceremony. The UNC also promised to continue the mission of repatriation until every service member returns home. But with over 7,500 American personnel still missing from the war, let alone other nationalities, the scale of the task becomes clear, especially as less than 700 US war remains have actually been recovered since 1990, according to the UNC. And this is where cooperation with North Korea becomes so important. Just yesterday, excavating the tense demilitarized zone between the Koreas was discussed at general-level talks at the border. But they failed to release a joint statement, even though we're told they did share an understanding. As with so many other issues related to the Korean War, this is a race against time that we're still losing. The United Nations Command does at least recognize the dignity of the remains we've been speaking of, but that word, remains, represents a person, someone who was presumably loved by relatives and friends when they left decades ago to fight in the Korean War. And some of those loved ones will still be alive. They'll be elderly now, seeking, if nothing else, at least one thing: closure.